Now let's look at some numbers, and I think this will motivate you very much, because the biggest advantage is that for a good meeting with home presentation, you can call it home presentations or group meetings, whatever you want to call it, okay? But for a business like this, you can see you have a very, very, very quick duplication, because the normal business, if you have 100 partners, never, ever 100 partners can learn quickly how to sell products or how to present business. So they will always only come to the meeting, but they cannot bring all the friends to the meeting. So we have a little problem. Now with this system, if you have only 2, 3, 4, or 5 people, you will see right now, who can make a home presentation and have a commitment to do one home presentation or group meeting a day, once. So they have a starter training, that's 1 day, 1 day off, plus 5 more home presentations a week. That's 2 hours work a day of driving to the home presentation, making the presentation, sign up the people, sell some products, and go home. So they're ready to do this, your business will explode. I will show you right now. Now let's say you are 2 people in your training center. Okay? Now with only 2 people each doing 5 presentations, that's 10 home presentations a week. If we say on average you recruit 2 new people, okay, my personal record is on 45 new people in one home presentation, but it was of course a big home presentation in my living room. But let's say that's average you have 5 to 7 guests, average you sign up 2 people, then with 10 home presentations, you will sign up 20 new people in the week. Very simple. Same way you can do 20 customers, okay? Then of course the 20 new people, they buy a ticket for the startup meeting, they bring a guest, so you have 20 guests, plus 20 guests from your business contacts that don't come to the home presentation but only use the Power Up meeting, so 20 plus 20, altogether we have 40 guests. 20 from the home presentation, 20 from the business contact. So from that 40 guests on the Power Up meeting, 50% sign up, then you have another 20. Okay, so you have 20 new distributors from the home presentation, and you have 20 new distributors from the Power Up meeting that adds up to 40 new people that week from 2 people working. Right. So you see this is extremely efficient. Now if you only have 3 PV in average, that means 40 people with 3 PV is 120 PV a week, and that is about 480 PV new business a month. And now you put in the rest of the volume with reorders and customers and whatever, you move up. Even in the first months, you can go immediately up to stably 700 PV, right? If 2 people work. Okay, so you see, it's not about you working 24 hours, it's about duplicating with the right number of people. Okay, so 2 people that work 2 hours a day for the team, the rest, of course, are frontline business, then you can have a business that is really exploding. Now, if instead of 2, 5 people will do the same, you can see the numbers go up, 25 home presentations, 50 new partners, 50 customers, so there's a lot of volume generated right here, 100 people to the next Power Up meeting, 50 from the home presentation, because everybody has a ticket here, correct? And of course, 50 from your business contact from last week's Power Up meeting, and that means 100 guests. 100 guests, 50% sign in, 50 new distributors, plus the 50 from the home presentation means 100 new distributors a week. That's 300 PV a week times 4, 1,200 plus customers and reorders is 1,500 PV. All right? So very simple. I know this should be very motivating, because easily you have 5 people already in Belgium that can duplicate this. So you just get started with them and easily will have 1,500 PV regularly, all right, in your team. And of course, if you say, okay, I want to go up to 6,000 PV, how do I do this? Very simple. Build up a team of 20 leaders that are ready to make a whole presentation every evening because they want to become successful. Very simple. And if they do this, then you will have 20 people duplicating this 6,000 PV in one training center. All right? So this could be 6,000 PV in Groningen, in Antwerpen. In Ghent, sorry. Okay, and then you do another 6,000 in Antwerpen. And then you do the next 6,000 PV in Brussels. And like this, you go on and on and on and on and on. Okay, so this is not 6,000 PV in whole Belgium. No. You can do 6,000 PV in every city. So in every city, you can have 20 people working, no problem. And with 20 people working, you can have 6,000 PV in every city. So take a map out of Belgium and just think about how many cities you have. A lot. So you can do a lot like this. Okay? Now, 2 steps that you have to do with your team. Okay? Step number 1 is you teach 20 leaders to do 5 home presentations or group meetings, whatever you want to call them, a week. Okay? Very simple. It's the fastest way to recruit personal contact. It's the fastest way to move product, and it's the fastest way to build up a new person. If I have a new person starting with me on Monday, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I make home presentation with him, by 3 days he can be a director. No problem. Absolutely no problem. Okay? And the next step number 1 is you teach 20 leaders to do 5 home presentations. And the next step is, of course, you use the power-up meeting constantly, okay, to have 6,000 pp. Very important is the power-up meeting must be big. So you don't want to have 20 power-up meetings in Belgium. No, you want to have maximum 1 and maybe later sometime a second one. Because all the people from all the home presentations have to come to one place. Okay, so if you look around Europe, the oldest networks like MB, SAP, whatever, they have a weekly starter training, okay, in the cities from 3,000 to 4,000 people that come together every week from all the home presentations and group meetings and get a big kick for the next week. Okay, so there's a small convention every week, and this, of course, gives people the power. Okay, so very simply, now you see the higher positions are not a secret. They are just the result of good, solid work and a good strategy. So if you want to be a crown ambassador, okay, and have 10,000 PV, you just plan 2 cities. You don't need more. 2 cities that become a diamond training center with 6,000 PV a month. Then you will have 12,000 PV a month. Actually, you only need 5,000, but make 12,000, then you're a very, very good crown ambassador. And you are a super solid crown ambassador on 2 cities. Double crown ambassador, you will have sometimes 4 cities. And royal crown ambassador, you don't have to leave Belgium for this. You can do that with 20 cities. Absolutely simple. So you see, this is a good, rock-solid way to build your business, very, very stable, and this is what you can duplicate very, very simply because you go where the people are, and you use the privacy, you use the trust for a good result in the beginning, and you help people to get started very, very efficiently, and the whole presentation also is really easy to duplicate. Why? Because if I have a new partner and I do the whole presentation 2-3 times for him, and then the next time we can do the introduction, and the next time in the private small group, people are not shy, you can explain the product, and then only at the end he will also explain the business 10 minutes and make the contract. So this is really simple, this is duplicatable, and this is success proven for the last 20 years. So if you want to have a solid business and grow very quickly, I absolutely believe that you can have a result between 10,000 to 100,000 PV within 1 year. If you're ready to take the action, okay, if you're ready to recruit frontline, okay, if you're also ready to invest some time or even money in your contact, because just think about if you go, just take a crown ambassador, okay, you earn 50,000 euro, you recruit 3 people a month, all right, that's 36 people that you recruit a year. And if you recruit 3 people a month and you need 30 contacts for that, and you earn 50,000 euro, that would mean that each contact is worth 1,500 euro. No, each new partner is worth 1,500 euro for yourself. So that's always a win. Okay, invest a little bit in your business, in good contact. Invest some time, invest some effort, and start doing the job, okay? And trust me, home presentations can be a lot of fun. This is how I started my business in Berlin. I had a full living room with crazy young, funny people, and we made really good party. We even built up a bar, and sometimes even on Friday night we had a home presentation, even with a DJ in my place. So that, of course, was a really crazy home presentation, but it was fun, okay? And that makes really fun for people to enjoy it. And this is what people want to see. They want to see that people have fun. They want to see that people share ideas and share excitement over things, and not just only the hotel. That you have a good mixture of really with developing this. Okay, so if you do this and you focus on this, then trust me, you can build up a very, very solid business. So in the end, of course, your question is very simple. What's the goal just for this year? We want to have 20 diamond training centers, each 6,000 PV. Okay, that makes 120,000 PV a month. That's our goal, and we will do this. Question is, of course, how many of these diamond centers should be in your team? Minimum answer 1, and that's of course your own training center, and then maybe you want to duplicate it to 2, 3, or 4 more cities. Then of course we'll have a huge business and of course a huge income. Just for your information, on the convention we will recognize 3 different groups, okay, of leaders. Of course, the new levels, new directors, new regionals, etc., etc. But also we will recognize each training center in its level. Okay, you saw it in the plan. So if your training center is doing up to minimum 700 PV and more, you will be a bronze training center. If your training center is 1,000 PV and more, you will be a silver training center. If your training center is doing 1,500 PV and more, you are gold. 3,000, you're platinum, and 6,000, you're diamond. Okay, so the question is very simply, what level do you want your training center to be till the convention to get your recognition? Okay, that is number 1. Number 2, all the people in your downline that do 5 home presentations will be qualified for the Leaders Club. Okay, and only people that do 5 home presentations are in the Leaders Club, because the leaders who are not doing 5 presentations, of course, is not a leader. Okay, so they also will be recognized. So that means very simply, how many people do you want to teach to have 5 presentations a week? That's of course growing your business, and of course they will be recognized in Budapest. And number 3, of course, the top leaders that build new business. Okay, so that means E1, that means new frontline partners, multiplied with the fast start new PV. That means the volume that you do with your new partner while they are in their fast start. And these 2 numbers are multiplied, and then of course the top 10 will go on stage in Budapest. So I'm very excited about this, and I just want to know now from you guys in these 3 areas how many times you want to come on stage. Of course, all the time, but of course in what level? Okay, bronze, silver, gold, or even platinum, or even higher. And this is the right strategy. You don't need to go to 10 different cities. People ask me when we go to France, and when we go to Spain, and when we go to wherever. And I look at the training center and say, hey, you're not even a bronze training center in your own area. What do you want to tell the people? If you cannot duplicate the business, if you cannot make sure your people are earning money, what do you want to tell people in a different country? Okay, so forget about this. Stay in your country and build up a few training centers up to platinum or diamond. And if you're successful in building local, then you can think global. But if you're not successfully in local, okay, I don't want you to go anywhere. Okay, stay where you are and start to prove that you can build this business successfully, and you can go with me wherever you want. But this is the first step that you have to do right now. So thank you very much for the time that we spent together. I hope you had some good ideas now, and I wish you a lot of success, and I see you all with a big team. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.